we are going to talk a little bit about how you can effectively and usefully collect data on your students' performance and behaviors. What that means is that you can track how often and when a student's behavior occurs. You can identify challenging behaviors that need to be addressed, or you can identify good, positive behaviors that you want the student to do more of. So either one. We're going to talk about 2 ways to track your data. First way is frequency. Frequency means the number of times that you observe the behavior occurring. We're also going to talk about duration. Duration is how long from the start to the end that the behavior is occurring. It's really important to take data often, and for many of your students, that allows you to monitor the student's progress and to identify challenging areas or other needs that you might have to address for your student's behavior to extinguish. So in looking at frequency, you want to just have a simple piece of paper. You can collect data on 1 student at a time or 2 students. This example has 2 students. You can note the student's name. You always want to note where you're recording the data, which type of environment, and with which teacher, and you want to identify which behavior you are recording. For these 2 students, we are recording throwing trash at the teacher. We're recording behaviors for Rick and Estrella, and we're recording behaviors every day within a 1-week period. So for frequency, all you need to do is just have a pen handy or a marker. Every time you directly observe the behavior happening, you're just going to mark a little tally during every observation period. Once you're done, you just total the tally marks, and that tells you across a 5-day period, Rick threw paper at his teacher 27 times. And you can also look for patterns. So maybe he threw the paper most often on Friday, but he also threw the papers quite a bit on Wednesday and Thursday as well. Not so much on Monday and Tuesday. So looking at the behaviors on different days and at different times throughout the day really helps to give you more information. That's frequency recording. The next tool you can use is called duration recording. For this recording, you do need a stopwatch or maybe a timer on your phone. And again, you can track behavior for maybe 1 or 2 students. For this example, we're just looking at 1 student. You always want to indicate the student's name, the time of day that the observer is watching for the behavior, what is occurring. For this student, he's engaging in writing activities and math tasks. And then we are looking at screaming and yelling behavior. So on Monday, he screamed/yelled for a 20-minute period, and then again for a 13-minute period, and so forth. So each time the behavior is happening, the start of the behavior, you want to push your stopwatch, let the stopwatch run, and as soon as the behavior ends, you push stop, and you look 8 seconds, and then you want to write down 8 seconds. And you make sure to record the date, and you have your data. And it's very important to keep track of the students' activities that are ongoing and the date and the time that the data is collected. It's very important, again, to look at those patterns and monitor very closely the behavior. Remember that whatever works best for you, you can use a Post-it and tally on the Post-it. You can use a bigger sheet as such, or maybe you have a worksheet next to the teacher's desk that allows you to record the data a little bit more feasibly. So whatever works best for you as a teacher, try it out and record your data. If you would like to have a copy of the data recording templates, go ahead and click on the link provided, and you can download the sample sheets.